Let's see, Josh, do you have some Kentucky going there?
Taking a look here, because there's a little bit Kentucky's a little bit different. So we could open up a couple of things. Have a gander, have a look around. Okay, so here's Henderson County. They did an auction back August 28, 2025. So there's a list in Excel format. Here's registration. I wanted to see a little bit about the details of it. I've got another one pulled up here too. This is Jefferson County Clerk's Office, tax sale procedures. Okay, great. And if you ever want to get the best information possible, you can always go look at the statutes, which we've got right there. Most likely a pretty big document. That's why it's taken a little bit of time. So let's see. Following is a list of procedure that must be followed to participate in our tax sale. So they do a lottery sale. And so that's a bit different than the Henderson one. Henderson one's not a lottery. So in a lottery state, it looks like usually what happens is it could be right, random drawing to see which order you'll be placed. So if there are 50 registered participants and 49 show up, the one that did not will be 50th in the selection. Right. So a county like this where they've got a lottery and they've got a submission and you've got to sometimes make an offer in advance, that's not ideal. And so they're not all going to be like that in Kentucky. Let's see. I wanted to see about Henderson. Delinquent taxes here. Okay, so they just had one for 2026. So yeah, certificates you planned. Oh, okay. Looks like they're a little stricter here. You can see all third-party purchasers who meet the following conditions must register. So you plan to purchase more than 3 certificates of delinquency. You plan to purchase more than 5 certificates of delinquency statewide, or you plan to invest more than $10,000 in certificates of delinquency. So all third-party purchasers must complete and submit the Union County Clerk Certificate of Delinquency Sale Registration Form. Yeah, so when it comes to participating in tax sales, you can see here they've got some strict rules, in particular for Union County. And then going over to, I think it was this one, right? Yeah, Jefferson County, they've got the delinquent tax lottery. And then I believe that Henderson County is just going to be a regular old tax sale. And so when it comes to the county making strict requirements or having you jump through hoops, there's even some where it's like, okay, it's going to be random. And then you're like bidding down on the actual ownership that you're going to have of the property. Like the more kind of, you could say, silly rules there are, it may be best to just pivot to another county that has got not as many hoops to jump through. And looking at Pennsylvania, for instance, there's a lot of over-the-counter stuff, and there's some over-the-counters where you can just simply make an offer for the inventory that's there, and it's that simple. And then others, they want to get it to an auction, and there's a whole bunch of hoops that you got to jump through. Oh, we're in Delaware there, but so it looks like they're not all going to be like that though in Kentucky. So my suggestion would be just looking at something that isn't as complex. So here's another one. Looks like in Christian County, Kentucky, they want you to register with the state, and then at least 60 days prior to the tax sale. The other thing about jumping through hoops, though, it is a double-edged sword, where the more hoops to jump through, perhaps the less competition you'll have as well. And so some places you can show up at the day of the auction, you can participate. Others, you got to register 30 days in advance. But here you actually got to register 60 days prior to the tax sale. So I think that's a good hoop because it's just about being proactive. A bad hoop, I would say, is that like the lottery thing, where you've got to make your bid in advance. Advanced bidding is really silly because you have no idea what it's going to go for. And so you could just make an offer that's ridiculously low, or you can make an offer that's market. But we've never been a fan of that, like submitting your bid in advance. But like registering in advance and kind of getting all of your ducks in a row, that's not a bad hoop to jump through. Yeah, so it seems like it's a little bit stricter. I mean, Texas is pretty chill. You just show up and you can bid as long as you don't owe delinquent taxes. A lot of these auctions that are online, you can register, easily in advance. But yeah, it looks like Kentucky could be quite a bit different from one county to the next. And so just getting into the county websites is going to be the best thing. But yeah, if you want to let us know like where specifically, we can target that in the future for sure, because we do look at the comments that are here.
Nice. Somebody said they put a deposit and bid, tapped out, but bought land. Nice. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I have a free gift for you for watching a free mini course called The ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. This is one of the best books on tax liens, and it is totally free as my gift to you for watching. In the description below. It'll walk you through tax liens from start to finish, along with the directories with all 1,500 tax lien and deed counties put here so that you don't have to go and search around the internet to find them on your own. So the other thing I have is, if you already have this book and you want to do a deep dive, my team and I have found an auction with a whole bunch of properties worth 200 to 300 grand, opening bids of just 1,600 bucks. So if you want to deep dive and attend an auction with some help, you can also schedule a free call below and we can discuss helping you in this business. Regardless, thanks for watching. You can check things out in the description below and enjoy the videos. We'll see you soon.